Let me ask you a question. Have you ever walked into a Lego store, seen a set that you've been thinking about buying for a few weeks, and convinced yourself that $300 isn't actually that much? Because it's Lego and you really want it. And then, a few weeks later, you see the exact same set at 20% off, and you think, oh crap, I could have saved some money on this. You know what? I've been there. I definitely understand the feeling. If you're new to the Lego collector hobby, there's something I want you to know. Not every Lego sale is a bargain. And sometimes, the best Lego deal isn't actually the set with the biggest percentage discount. So, how do you actually tell the difference? Watch till the end. The first thing I want you to stop doing is looking at the percentage discount. Seriously, don't. Because this looks amazing, but 20% RRP doesn't necessarily tell you the full story. Let's say Lego releases a set at $400. That's the RRP. But non-Lego retailers like Walmart, Amazon, Target, they're already selling it for less, say $320. In that case, $320 isn't a bargain. It's actually the real world market price of that set. And this is probably the biggest mindset shift that you'll need to make as you get deeper into this Lego hobby. Stop asking, how much am I saving? Start asking, what is this set actually worth to me? Those are two completely different questions. For every set you're interested in, you should know three numbers: RRP, real world price, and your buying price. Pay attention to the third one especially. Your buying price is the number where you look at it and think, yep, I'm happy with that. And once you've got that number in your head, the next mistake most people make isn't about the price at all. It's about what actually they think they're buying. Let's talk about something that Lego fans love arguing about. The 3 P's. Price per piece. And yes, it's useful. I use it, but I don't worship it. Why? Because Lego isn't selling you a bag of pieces. That math works fine for pick a brick. But a set is so much more. It's a design, a build experience. It has licensed characters and minifigures. So many things that actually matter. Here's an example. A 1,000-piece Lego Star Wars set. A 2,000-piece Lego City set. The Star Wars set costs $200. The Lego City set with more pieces costs $150. Does that make the City set better value? Not necessarily. Maybe the Star Wars set has an exclusive minifigure, a recreation of an iconic scene, or a vehicle that you've been wanting since you were a kid. You can't fit any of that into a simple price per piece calculation. So, use price per piece. Just don't let it make the decision for you. Because sometimes the smartest Lego purchase isn't about the set at all. It's about timing. And then there's my favorite temptation, the elusive gift with purchase, or GWPs. I really love GWPs. There's something about getting an extra Lego box in your order that makes the whole thing feel better. But this is also where it can spell trouble, to some extent. Let me explain. GWPs are a limited time offer, which makes them sound really elusive. Some GWPs are absolutely mind-blowing. They appreciate in value because of how popular and limited they are. But keep in mind, not all GWPs hold the same value. Most of the times, GWPs accompany exclusive Lego sets, the ones that are sold on Lego's own site, not available through any other retailers at a discount. In those cases, an average GWP works out to something like a 15 to 35% discount. So it's a genuinely subjective call. My rule with GWP is simple. Don't buy Lego to get the GWP. If you were already going to buy the set, then the GWP is a bonus. Because GWPs are Lego's version of a bonus on top of a purchase that you are already making. Okay, now if you're buying directly from Lego, there's another part of that equation. Lego Insiders program. Let me explain. Say a set is $500. Another retailer is selling it for $450. You think, easy, I'll just buy it from the retailer at a discount. But then, Lego is offering double Insiders points. Suddenly, the math is more interesting. Lego Insiders points works out to roughly a 5% cashback. So a double or triple points event can push that up to 10 to 15%. Combine that with GWPs and exclusive items, suddenly the effective value of the set climbs up even more. But just like before, don't let the Lego Insiders point tempt you into buying something that you wouldn't otherwise buy. Treat the points as a bonus, not a reason. If there's one word that makes Lego fans buy first and think later, it's retiring. This last one might matter even more than everything else combined, and it's not even about discounts. Before I get into it, this is exactly the kind of content that I'm building this channel around, helping fans, beginners, experts find the sets that are worth buying, the bargains worth waiting for, and hopefully avoid a few expensive mistakes along the way. So, if that sounds like your kind of thing, consider subscribing. Now, back to retiring. Here's why that word gets people. This is a honey trap. And as a Lego beginner, you need to be really careful about it. People love to speculate about whether Lego appreciates in value after a set retires. But it's always a speculation. Nobody knows for certain. You can make an educated guess from historical data and trends, but it's still a guess. Here's the actual test. Do you genuinely love the set? Yes? Then buy it. Don't buy a set based on some speculative future rise in its value. If the set you love happens to go up in value after it retires, great. Again, it's a bonus. One more thing to keep in mind. The whole value appreciation thing is built around MIB mint in box or BNIB brand new in box. If you already opened the set and played with it, it's not the same story. More about that in a future video. I read through a lot of Lego channel's comment section while researching this. It's almost eerie on how consistent the pattern is. Different people, same lesson. The deals people are most proudest of are the ones they actually waited for. The ones people regret are the ones where they rushed. So here's my piece of advice. Make your wish list first. Not during a sales run, before. Because once a sale starts, everything looks interesting. A wish list gives you an actual filter. You're not buying Lego just because there's a 40% discount on a random set that you don't even need. You're getting the best bargain on a set that was actually already on your list. That's a much healthier way to collect. Remember, a bargain isn't about how much money you saved. It's about how much value you got from the money you actually spent. Let me show you a couple of real-world examples. First, a recent purchase of mine, Captain Jack Sparrow's pirate ship. So this one was on my list since its release, but I couldn't justify a $550 price tag. It's a Lego exclusive set, so you're not going to find it with any other non-Lego retailer. So here's what I did. I timed it to align with Lego Insider's Day. Doing so, I was able to get double insider points, an exclusive gift with purchase, and I was able to use my existing points balance to get a $100 discount on top. Stack all three together, and instead of paying the $550 RRP, I scored a genuinely great deal. Second example, the Lego Technic Ferrari Daytona SP3. Also on my wish list for a very long time, but again, I couldn't justify the $700 price tag. I knew it would show up with a non-Lego retailer eventually, so patience was the play. Once Lego announced it was retiring, it was mostly out of stock on Lego.com. But I found an extraordinary deal on Amazon Japan, $535. That's a discount of 23%, a full $165 of RRP. Basically, patience is what made both of these deals happen, not speed. Before buying a Lego set on sale, ask yourself 5 questions. Do I actually want it? Not because it's retiring, not because someone on YouTube said it's amazing, not because it's on sale. Do I actually want it? What does it normally sell for? Not RRP. What do people actually pay for similar sets? Is this genuinely a good price? Or am I just excited because there's a red sale sticker? Is there anything making this deal better? Insider points, a GWP, or maybe exclusive minifigures? If this set never increases in value, will I still be happy I bought it? If the answer is yes, honestly, buy it, enjoy it, build it, put it on the shelf. Don't worry about what it's worth tomorrow, because that's what Lego is supposed to be about. Here's a pro tip. Scan the QR code on the instructions manual of your set. It gets you 20 free points, whether you buy it from Lego or any other retailer. Another way to accumulate insiders points. That's the system. And yes, I still keep a spreadsheet. But it's a lot less damage control. It's a lot just tracking things. If you're just starting your Lego journey, don't worry about trying to buy everything. Build your wish list, learn the prices, watch the sales, and most of all, be patient. And if you're already a Lego collector, I want to know, what's the best Lego bargain you've ever scored? Let me know in the comments. Until next time, keep building and stay obsessed.